Hello, guys. Thank you for joining today. Just 2 minutes because I wanted to check the voice. So today we are going to talk about the FOMC. We are going to look at the deep understanding about the technical analysis and also the fundamental perspective. What we have to wait from FOMC today and what can happen. Just a moment, please. So we need to see what is going to happen during FOMC. Thank you again for joining today. The first one that we are going to look at is that after some hours, we have the Fed interest rate decision, Fed monetary policy statement, and the press conference that is going to be the most volatile part of all of this. So as you can see from the numbers, it is expected that overall Fed may increase the interest rate by 0.75% or 75 basis point. What we have to know here is about that the maximum open interest rate that will be for 2023 will be up to 4.6 with the actual information that we have from Fed. So it is supposed that if they are going to increase the interest rates today by 0.75% and the new rate will be 4%, we have to be careful because the maximum is 4.6. So what we should expect a day after the news event? So as long as the market is expecting the 0.75, if it is going to announce any, let's say, stronger statement for a stronger dollar, they have also to increase the interest price projection for 2023. However, I don't think that they are gonna rise this the interest rate again, because in June it was 3.8 and they raised it to 4.6 1 month ago. So this is the reason that I'm not expecting that they will change too much the interest price projection. But what may come next? So if they are going to increase with 0.75 and after that they will not increase the price projection, interest price projection. So it can happen that if they are not going to increase, it means that the monetary policy statement during the coming year, it will be softer. So they may come with a comment that they have to monitor the economic situation very closely before taking further steps. And this could be a dovish statement from Fed on their sides. On the other hand, we can see the interest rate to increase by 0.75, but they may increase also the interest price projection for the coming year from 4.6, let's say 5%, or probably 5.5, I don't know. And that is going to be hawkish and it will help the dollar a lot in the coming weeks. So these are the two scenarios, the dovish and the bearish one. But on the other hand, we have also to look at the other perspective. So what is happening from the technical perspective? Because we know that the numbers that Fed is going to release, they are shared approximately until now. So we are going to look at also that part. But we can face also another situation that Fed probably may increase by 0.5%, and they may support the idea that they will look at the numbers during the coming months, or probably they may increase with 0.25 and they may leave some space for the rest of the year. Let's say that if they are gonna increase the interest rates only at this moment, let's say we are in November right now, the next meeting is going to be in December, they will not have any more space for the interest rate to increase. So probably we should expect something let's say, dovish this time. I'm not expecting a stronger statement from the FOMC. However, we have to be careful because it's a very important event and we never know what they can discuss during FOMC, what Powell is going to speak. Because as we have seen, we know it very well that Powell speculates a lot with the news during this type of events. However, despite all of this, I was looking at also the yesterday, the Bank of Australia, Reserve Bank of Australia, Louis. We can see that the article during yesterday morning, it was board, has judged it appropriate to raise the rates with a slower pace. So we can see that this is the first bank that is actually taking some dovish steps for the coming year, let's say. As you can see on the lower side, additional quotes from his statement. Rates have been increased by a large amount in a very short period of time. So this is for the Bank of Australia. But as we can see, these interest rates, the increase in interest rates has been approximately the same also for the USD dollar. And as we know, USD, the Fed doesn't like too much to increase the interest rates in this way. The next one is that higher interest rates affect the economy with lag. So these are the problems that they are rising. Need to strike the right balance between doing too much and too little. Rates will need to go higher, but we are not on a preset path. So everything that we are looking at here can be something like a copy-paste scenario for the Fed as well. That is why we need to be careful during this period of time, in my opinion. So today we may see the same action also from Fed. So let's see what is going to happen. If you have any question, just let me know. Theodore Atkinson is asking, any info on the rates yet? No, the info will be after 4 hours and a half. So we are just looking at how the market may interpret this data. So let's see. On the other hand, we are going to look at right now the technical perspective. So what is happening also from the technical perspective on this during this big event. So as we have seen during all of this period of time, we can see that we are still in this channel. So I delete it because I want to draw it again for those that haven't been on the previous live stream. You will see that for Euro USD, price is still developing within this channel. And what is the most important part is that price created this breakout here from all this channel. So probably we are close to a change in trend. We can see price to rise from this point. However, what we need to be careful, because this point here, this breakout is shared in many websites, in many analyses, so everyone is focused in this daily chart during this moment, so during the last week. What may happen? We don't have to jump in the chart because we are on the daily chart. As you can see from top and the bottom, we are approximately 300 points. We have 300 points space. So it can happen that probably we can see the price to do this movement, ABC movement, another ABC movement for a high speculation from FOMC. And after that, we may see a bullish move, or probably the price will begin to develop in a type of range. So both scenarios are possible and we have to anticipate these scenarios. But on the other hand, on the lower time frame, so this is our confirmation, and let's see, because overall the price should change the direction of the trend anytime soon. So I'm not expecting euro just to move down. On the 4-hour time frame, if we are going to break it down, this part of the structure, I shared this also today. The price is actually stopped at this structure support, so 0.9550. What may happen if price is going to come lower? If price is going to come lower, we may see this possible scenario that can be created during the event. So that is why we need to be careful, and after that we have to look at for any bullish reaction again. Also, the lower zone is showing that the price was stopped close to 0.9550, so this is a zone that it was tested only once. We can never know if price is going to come down and to move up, but on the other hand, if price is going to stop close to this support area, because everything is related with this part of the structure, the bullish accumulation should push the price higher. However, as we can see, the price is actually stopped on this zone. This is showing that this zone here within these structures is really critical. The bulls are stopping the price to move lower, and the bears are just positioned on the support area as well. So that is why we are in a breaking point in Euro USD pairs. But what is important is that all of this breakout is supporting that price has higher chances to rise more from this point. This is what I'm looking for. So let's suppose that the market will make the last dump for Euro USD, then my point is to focus on the lower support area. The second one is going to be 0.968097. So 0.97. Let's look at this area. After that, I'm still expecting any bullish movement from this zone. However, this will be more clear after the event. I don't like at all to jump on the trade right now. The first zone where the price is going to face the first resistance will be close to 1.0180, and the second one is the left structure. These are very strong structure areas. So if you think that the price will move higher than that, I don't think that it will move, because it's approximately 500 pips from this position. The second one is 460, and the first one is 300 pips. So we haven't seen Euro USD to bounce this high. So I'm not expecting any big bullish movement on Euro USD. What is important is this part of the structure here. So let's go on the other one. The other one that I'm looking at is DXY. Look at what we may face on DXY right now. Price has already stopped close to this resistance area. It came down, it moved up. It is all frozen right now. Exists a higher possibility that we may see the price to expand this pattern to make it bigger before it moves lower. So we can never rule out this possibility. And if we are going to look at on the lower time frame, we can see that also this part of this picture here is not so clear. So what is happening at this point? At this point, we can see the price to rise because we have a small pattern here. Look at this small pattern. And if we are going to have an ABC pattern that can push the price higher, sorry, this is a potential movement, then we may have also another smaller aggressive pattern that can push it higher for the C wave completion. And after that, we are going to be within this bigger picture, and this is like a type of double zigzag pattern. So that is why we can anticipate also the bullish scenario that may happen at this point. The opposite scenario of this one, of the bullish scenario, I'm going to delete it right now to make it a bit clear. The opposite scenario will be that price will face only this resistance at the zone that we are looking at, close to 112, and we can see the price to move lower from this point. For the price to move down, we don't have anything at all about only this structure. So it's a bit speculative. Let's say also as idea, we need to be careful. These are only analysis. We don't have any bearish movement at all. Let's say that we can have bearish movement only if price is going to break down from this point. So this, because this is part of a major zone here. Only if price is going to break down 110, this is going to confirm that it will move lower. So at least this is the zone where I'm looking at for the price to develop right now. So let's see, because it is not that easy, it's a bit tricky scenario. This is what may happen from the second scenario here, for the bearish one. The next analysis is related with gold. I have shared this also during these days. The problem with gold is that this scenario is getting more complex than it actually should be here. We can see that for the moment the price is formed in these two zones. The problem is that we don't have any pattern at all also on the lower time frame, at least to take an idea. And the problem that may happen on gold is that we can see an ABC pattern as beginning, and the price can come close to the top of the structure. And the second scenario is that if price is going to break down from the low 1617, the problem is that we may see the price to move lower after that, because it will complete a bigger part of the structure. So the minimum part that it will complete will be this zigzag on the opposite side. So for the bearish movement, we need the breakdown from this point. And for the bullish movement, in my opinion, we need the breakout from the top 1673. So after that, we may see gold to rise more at this point. Until that moment, everything can happen, so we can't know what is going to happen for the moment. If you are going to jump in this trade right now, it's a bit complex, it's a tricky scenario, because price can come close to the bottom and after that it can bounce again. On the 1 hour time frame for gold, I don't see too much, so it can happen that we can see any type like this movement. It can create any small head and shoulder pattern and the price can come down. So there are too many scenarios, but in my opinion it is better not to jump in this trade at all for gold, because this is a bit complex scenario in my opinion. So if you guys will have any questions, just write me on the live chat. I don't know why I can see the messages that are coming from TradingView platform. They are disappeared all. So this is what I'm expecting on these instruments. And the next one, and the final one, is US oil. We are again in a very complex scenario like the other currency pairs that we are actually looking at. I'm going to delete it. What is very surprising is that with the lower low that price reached here at, let's say, to make this point a bit better, 76.2, so this was the lowest low for oil. we can see that the price at this zone, just one moment, we can see that at this point the price was on December 21, end of December. So this is a bit ridiculous when it comes to oil, considering that all the countries are discussing about higher prices in energy consumption. We don't have energy, it will rise, and many different things. Everything is related with oil prices as well when it comes to the war that is developed within between Ukraine and Russia as well. So this is a bit strange because in Europe and in all the other countries, everyone is having very high, expensive price when it comes to oil and natural gas and other fuels. So this is a bit strange how we can see oil at this price right now. So in my opinion, this is very strange. I don't know why this happened. However, let's see, because we are not having any change at all in any of the countries. What may happen right now is that as long as the price broke out from this part of the structure, but I don't want to jump in oil because it's a bit speculative, as we can see, because with all of these problems, oil decreased its value and it didn't rise at all. So considering that price came down, we may see the price also to rise up again from this point, because we are also in winter right now. So let's look at what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. Price is actually breaking out from the daily wedge pattern that is coming, and here is our point. We have the first wave, second wave, and price came deeper than expected because this support area was very crucial for this trade. What we can see is that the speculation is high, price bounced up again close to the support, and probability is high that we can see the price to rise close to the first structure support area. So this is the first resistance zone where we may see this. This is with the actual data that we have. Considering only the technical part here, I can say that price should rise more. Up to this point is minimum, and maximum should be the next part of the structure. But what we can face on the downside scenario, because this is not clear at all for the moment. So let's make it a bit in this way. And if you think that price is going to move down, let's see how the price will develop. It may come higher, and if price is going to break down from this channel, the chances are higher that we may see it moving lower again. So these are all the bearish zones where you need to focus. 82.7, 79, and the lowest part of the structure that will be in this way. So this is the bearish scenario. However, for this bearish scenario, we have to wait for the price to confirm. We need this breakout. It is not ready yet. And also, on the other hand, also this channel is not a solid channel, is not a good one, but at least we have something on this part of the structure. So we need to see. For the moment, price is above the structure and it can develop more, but I'm not so optimistic about the bullish movement on US oil. Uh, yes, Fardini is asking, could you please show it in lower time frame, like 1 hour? You mean for US oil? So if I'm not wrong, with US oil, Also on this part of the structure, we don't have anything at all. So look at what is happening on the 60-minute chart. On the 60-minute chart, we have this pattern, a head and shoulder pattern, but this is a potential one because it's very small. I don't like to trade these small patterns here. So it can happen that price can break down from this pattern and we can see to face resistance or probably to move lower. However, for the time being, thank you very much. Yeah, I see. So for the time being, as I see, this is only a potential pattern. It is not a solid one. I don't advise to jump in right now. However, the price looks like we can have any surprise here. In my opinion, just wait for the FOMC to finish, and after that, we are going to have any clear pattern for the next price direction. Because price can do also this movement to test the structure up and it can move down as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the materials that I prepared for today. One of the guys is asking for Bitcoin. Okay, I'm going to add also Bitcoin. This is going to be the last one for today. We may add it. Just one moment, please. So the analysis that I have shared also today, you can find it on my personal profile. I shared it yesterday, sorry. I'm looking at this part of the structure. Bitcoin is actually showing to be very strong, is showing a very strong resistance zone close to 20,000, 20,400. The maximum pullback that I'm actually expecting for Bitcoin should be close to 90,600 and 20,000. So this is the area that I have shared. We have to focus on this area because the speculation can push the price down and after that it can bounce up again. At least this is my zone. It can move also lower, so exists also this possibility. Sorry. Exists also this possibility on higher speculation. What is really important, in my opinion, during this period of time is that we are not having any bad news at all from the crypto market. This is the most important part. All these movements have been also before part of FOMC, CPI data, and many different things. So, and all the time the price rises again. So I don't see anything at all as a big issue also this time. So this is all also for Bitcoin. Just focus on this zone that I have shared. So this is all. Thank you very much for joining. I would really appreciate to press the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to my TradingView profile. Thank you very much and I hope to see you all on the next live streaming. Bye bye.